In a hotel room, Gon, Killua and Leorio watch Nobunaga and Machi, the two Phantom Troupe members, leave the outdoor cafe below. Killua flatly says they can't beat them in a fight, but the boys refuse to leave empty-handed. Killua lays down the plan. He and Gon will tail the pair using Zetsu to erase their presence, and the second the troupe spots them, they abort. No exceptions. On the street, the chase begins. From a rooftop, Killua tracks Nobunaga and Machi as they cross a plaza and slip down the side street, calling their movements in over the phone. They're already using Zetsu, invisible to Nen. But Killua reminds Gon that the troupe is expecting a tail, so one wrong twitch and it's over. Killua steadies himself and says he's been playing life or death games of shadows since he was 3. He won't lose sight of them. Below, Nobunaga and Machi keep walking calmly. But Nobunaga quietly tells Machi they're almost certainly being followed by someone very skilled. Neither side can feel the other, and both know it. The targets veer into a deserted stretch of the city. Gon whispers the obvious fear. Is this a trap? Killua works it out on the fly. If the troupe knew their exact location, this would already be over, so it's one of two things. Either the pair is oblivious and walking home to their hideout, or they're baiting the boys into an ambush. Hideout they keep following, trap they run. As they shadow the pair through narrow streets, Killua argues the chain user works alone. A lone bodyguard, powerful enough to take down Uvogin without mafia backup, and without ever reporting the kill. So whoever the troupe is trying to lure out with this stroll, Killua reasons, has nothing to do with the boys tailing them right now. It's a clean piece of logic. It's also completely wrong. Killua reads it out. The troupe is trolling for someone, using themselves as bait. They don't know exactly where the boys are, only that something is watching. His new rule for Gon is simple: hold position, watch for any reaction, and if his phone rings once, they drop everything and run. Then the trap slams shut. Killua drops down into a narrow alley and finds Finks, the blonde troupe member in a tracksuit, casually blocking the exit with a smirk. Killua whips around to bolt the other way, and Nobunaga is already standing above him in a window frame, scratching his head like a bored teacher. "What are you doing here?" he asks. "This is the 4th floor. The boys have been shadowed the entire time by the very people they thought they were hunting." Nobunaga grins and quotes the boss, "Deceive your allies to deceive your enemies." The pair Killua thought were bait with a hook, and the boss played everyone, including his own crew. The realization lands hard. They tailed us while we tailed them, and the targets never even knew we were there. Killua is cornered, sweating, out of options. Nobunaga starts the interrogation in a dim room. 4 questions, and a bad lie makes it worse. Killua answers straight. They were tailing them because the mafia put a huge bounty on the troops' heads. He learned to disappear from a Shingon-ryu master. No, he doesn't know any chain user with chains hanging from his right arm. His own master is an enhancer who only taught him the 4 basics. Nobunaga listens, eyes closed, one hand running through his hair. Nobunaga sighs. If the kid doesn't know, they've got nothing. Then the last question, in the same flat voice. Do you want to die now or later? 3 seconds to choose. Killua sits frozen, sweat rolling down his face, hunting for any split-second opening. There isn't one. Across town, the trap closes on Gon too. Machi materializes behind him in a swirl of dust and locks his arms, while Pakanoda calmly reports on her phone that the other little boy has already surrendered quietly. Both boys are marched through stone corridors and shoved into a vast, cavernous space where the rest of the Phantom Troupe is waiting on the rubble. Nobunaga's voice cuts through the dark. "Welcome to our hideout.